Yeah, hi. Favorite pizza place? Yeah, I'd like to place a order for delivery. Yeah, we're currently sitting at 123 Main Street in Turlock. Yes, I am a conductor. Yes, that is correct. No, I don't have a phone number you can call me back on. I am using our radio telephone from the cab of the engine. 30 minutes. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there. No, I didn't really just order a pizza off my Motorola phone, but I could have back in the day. Let me show you how this and a whole bunch more work in this episode of Motorola history. Stay tuned for more. All right, folks. So, if you didn't realize this, big surprise, I am a huge Motorola geek. I have everything from handhelds to old mobile radio telephones. And they are called radio telephones because they use, you guessed it, the RF spectrum in order to make phone calls back to the telecom center in, say, San Francisco or Seattle or Chicago. But we'll get into that a little later. But today, I just wanted to show you a handful of things, and we'll go through the progression of history here from the biggest and plunkiest of things to today's technology. This is probably going to be a 4 or 5 part series, and I want to welcome you along on this ride. So, with that, let's hop over to the desk here and get the history. So, today I'm going to start you off with some of the earliest stuff in my personal collection here. This is the original Motorola handset, the 2395A scan model. You have your handset receiver, and DTMF pad. And then, if I can move it over far enough, over here in this little pouch, you had the RF board with power connector to make everything work and an external antenna. This is one of the earlier phones I have in my collection. It is the Gold series. Absolutely fantastic. And it was, as you can see, no bigger than a small briefcase. Absolutely love it. The next one I have in my series is the original Tough Talkie Transportable. This is before they were called walkie talkies. This was what I used in my intro. Has 12-volt input, your headset jack, removable antenna with a very thick boy base that measures uh, just over half an inch in diameter just for this base. That's, as I said, a very thick boy. And then the radio portion of it, if you did it right, slides right off. And with that, you got a bit of information here. Charge cycles on a trickle charge, it was 8 hours. An AC fast charge, it was 2 hours. And a vehicle charger was 3 hours, with a note that the engine must be running. To maximize battery life, always recharge battery completely and avoid partial recharges. Boy, howdy, have we come away from that quite a bit. Store battery at full charge and avoid completely discharging the battery. So this was the telephone headset. The battery was in the bottom here. And as you can see, there's been a lot of wear and tear to this. It was very well used in a past life. Now here, the RF deck, you have a standard Motorola UHF connector and transmit power output was a whopping 3 watts of power. Let's see if I can get that in there. It is just underneath the antenna connection there on this side here. Transmit power is the top line. Absolutely fantastic brick of a radio. And when I say a brick of a radio, I mean a brick of a radio. As you can hear, that has some heft to it. As we progress through the Motorola line of radios, we get to the M900 portable telephone. Comes with an antenna that folds down. The whole top half of your handset so that you can just walk, stretch it out and go about what you need to do with full touchpad here. In the top pocket, you always had your Motorola M800 bag phone manual, which, just like everything else of this time, was a thick boy. It consists of 132 pages, but the key to that is 119 of those, which are between my hands here, were in English, and the other half of the book was en français, French. And then a little quick start manual that was always with it. And to this day, I still have them. Now, as we move along here, this came in detachable form. So I just take these two little clips, one on each side. Boom. Here's the storage kit and the base. So in here, right now, I only have a little external microphone adapter that's still in the original bag, but like the antenna could go in here, or if you didn't want the phone case connected, that could go in there. Any extra accessories would go in here, and this just attaches to the bottom half of the case. Easy peasy. But for now, we're going to keep that unattached. Now, on the side of the M800 bag phone, you had an early version of Wi-Fi, very primitive, I might add, your 12-volt 4-amp DC jack, and an original USB, I think it's a mini B plug, and your external headphone or microphone jack. That little microphone in the bag I just showed you, that would get plugged in there. Little straps to cover things up. And then the bottom side. Nice and easy. And the bottom half just attaches back like that. Now, you had a short carry handle and an over-the-shoulder carry handle so that you could do both with these. this is a much older piece of equipment from Motorola that I absolutely love. I still have, I do not use it, even though it is 110 compatible with ground lug. I do not use it, but it is my Motorola DC multimeter. And of course, turn me off, please, because you always want to make sure it's off before. There we go. You always want to make sure it's off before you do anything with it. You had 3 different test leads. You had your volts positive, volts positive, I'll leave that on that side display there. Your amps and ohms positive, and then your neutral ground, which of course you could just banana clip to anything that you need it to banana clip to. Of course, you had various different voltages and resistances that you could test. If I move these back out of the way, off, B positive check, RF volts, ohms, and amps, balanced, negative, 0 set, and positive ohms. And then based on whether you were measuring amps or volts, you had micro and milliwatts, and then volts. As I said, I don't use it, but it is a very nice piece of collective Motorola history. And without pinching any cables, we are closed up. And it was no bigger than your average style lunch pail. And yes, you had a battery or line in switch because this did have a battery at one time. So, if you liked this video and you enjoyed the content, feel free to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed and you just happen to find this, please smash that subscribe button because I'll tell YouTube that you like this content. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this. Feel free to leave a question and I will see if I can answer it. Until next time, 73.